What's up, guys? I'm going over today's trade recap, how I made $556 today just now. So we're going to be going over the trade recap. Here's the P&L. 4 for 4 so far for the week. I don't know if I'll trade Friday because I did just pass this eval. So, um, but yeah. All right. So obviously going into today, pretty bullish. Let me go back. Sorry. All right. So yeah, pretty bullish on the day. I marked out so we were trading into a 4 hour zone. So if you just look right here, we're trading in a 4 hour. Um I would love to see obviously it get respected. However, we do have an unfilled 1 hour, so I was looking for maybe we retrace down, we get a nice V shape, and then we respect, and that would have been something that I took. However, that's just not the case. Today, this morning, it created an internal SMT on ES and NQ. So obviously, this low is protected. You have a break of structure. If you took this trade, then good on you. Um, Me personally, I was just waiting for a continuation long because obviously we would want to sweep uh, all-time highs, right? Like we were in all-time highs. I'm looking for it. I'm eyeing it down. And so first trade that I took actually was this trade, and I put my stop loss right here. And so while I was in the trade, I purchased two contracts, two micros, and then I added another one because you'll see here. So you see obviously this 1 minute gap gets respected, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna add another contract, so then we're gonna go higher. And so it was working out, but then I came back because I was like getting a coffee, and as soon as it inverted, I literally closed. As soon as it inverted, I closed, and I only lost like $49 because I knew that then this low would want to get swept. Um, or at least the low that I had my stop loss, and yeah, it gets hit, it gets tagged. However, like the full trade idea still played out. Like had I kept it right here, which is probably the optimal, but I wanted to do that because I would have been minimizing a lot of risk or a lot of loss. Um, so, and then I was looking for this V shape, didn't get filled right here. And so I was waiting, I was waiting. And then I entered in again and I placed, I believe I got tagged in. Let me see if I could recollect. I'm pretty sure yeah, I got tapped in right here. Um, because I wanted to re-enter because we were holding a 5 minute bullish gap, and I wanted to obviously like if we're gonna continue higher, we're gonna keep respecting it, and obviously like we're respecting it and we're trading into it. So like we tapped into it, and yeah, if you just like keep zooming out and out, like obviously it is so clear that we just want to go higher, especially excuse me, sorry, especially on this 1 hour here. Well, okay. Well, obviously we just went higher, but it like at the time, like if you're just looking at it, right, it clearly wants to go higher. And so this was the second trade, right? First trade was good risk management, was aware that the setup was going to fail or at least hit my stop loss. However, the trade idea was still there, right? That's a good thing to always keep in mind. So I get tagged in right here on this candle right here. Um, and so get tagged in, and then I go break even right here, and then also ES took out the high, so that was also a good reason why to go break even as well. And then I just get hit break even, but I'm like, okay, we're still holding this 5 minute. We're clearly respecting this 5 minute gap, clearly, right? And so I'm gonna look to re-enter, right? Okay, why is my computer so slow? Gosh, man. I'm gonna just get rid of these indicators. Hopefully that'll help. Um, and so I'm like, dude, like this trade idea has to play out. Like the clear draw on liquidity is the all-time highs at Asia high if you were trading NQ. So you just go into this 2 minute. You go in the 2 minute and, or I believe I entered off this 1 minute inverse. Or no, I entered off of a 2 minute inverse. So it doesn't look like it, but I mean, clearly you do inverse right here. Well, at least I knew, like, whether that's not like the best inversion, right? I still knew that this would at least have a V-shaped continuation because it is respecting and holding this 5 minute. And um, let's just see if there was any internal SMTs. It doesn't look like it. But either way, like we're still like how to trade all-time highs. You could literally just put your stop loss at a swing low, right? As soon as this low got created, all I did was this. Beautiful risk. I was barely risking like anything. And then you just target all the way to all-time highs. And I believe that was my stop loss. I swear I had like a 19-point stop. I think I had my stop loss right here. Um, so yeah, as soon as I saw that, and then you also had a 3 minute bearish. That was pissing me off. You have a 3 minute bearish gap, and it clearly got disrespected. And so I'm like, bro, like this is just straight money. We're going break even right here, and price doesn't even come close to break even anymore. And yeah, that's just really just conviction and your draw on liquidity. And just because, right, like we're trading all-time highs, higher time frame on the 1 hour, 15 minute, and even 4 hour clearly wants to sweep, and clearly we want to go higher. So knowing that, it's like, okay, cool. What is getting respected? Any liquidity sweeps, any SMTs? There was no liquidity sweeps or SMTs. However, price was respecting equilibrium if you were to mark out, um, this range taps into equilibrium right there and has a huge rejection right off there, respecting the CE of that 5 minute. And then even if you just want to mark out the fib right here, right? Like prices, it was chopping around in this equilibrium, but eventually it breaks out, right? So, um, yeah, that's one thing with like the Fibonacci tool that I've really been liking a lot is definitely because we have been trading in all-time highs. I really do like because I don't expect price to, come back into the OTE of the range all the time when you are trading in all-time highs. I mean, it almost did, unless you were to mark out the fib right here at the body, which then yeah, you could have got tapped in. So if you maybe done that because there's also this 5 minute right here. I mean, I know that we're on the 3 minute, but if you just look at the 5 minute, um, if you just look at the 5 minute, it did align with the OTE of the range. So if you took that, then shout out to you. But yeah, here was the trade recap. Really good trading week so far. I think like my average wins have just been like crazy. Um, but like the profits haven't been like a crazy amount because I am trading a 25K account, so it's like the wins aren't that insane, you know? But yeah, today I risked 4 micros because I knew we obviously wanted to go higher. We obviously wanted to sweep out this high and go long. And so I knew, okay, I'm looking for a continuation or I'm looking for a V shape. And so we get both. We get both a continuation and a V shape at the same time. And so I still have my conviction, my draw on liquidity, and yeah, that was pretty much it. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, that was the trade recap for today. Hopefully you guys learned. Hopefully you guys won today. And if you lost, you still won because you just gained knowledge, you know. Don't be discouraged whenever you lose. Um, take losing as an opportunity to grow because like if you don't lose, then what good is the win, right? What good is the satisfaction of making the money, right? Eventually when you make it, right? Like joy is only joyful because you have felt pain, right? So hopefully you guys won today, learned today, and maybe took the same trade as me, and maybe you also had the same conviction as well. Because that's one thing that I want you guys to take into consideration. And I need to, you know, keep doing the same thing is like have conviction in your draws on liquidity because that's ultimately what moves the market. And if you're, you know, a new trader, right? I've only been doing this for like 8 or 9 months. Um, but one thing that I have noticed that has helped me a lot is higher time frame narrative and just trying to find an execution that you feel comfortable with um, on the lower time frames, like the 5 or 1 minute, um, and really just having a good draw on liquidity. And that will come with time. That will come with obviously chart time, but not necessarily back testing, but forward testing in live markets. Because it's like an analogy for like basketball, soccer, anything, right? Like you're not going to get better unless if you go against, you know, actual people. So you're going against the market makers. You're going against the market, right? You're battling them. You're in a combat, right? Like does that make sense? Like you're in the game, right? There's no better experience than in-game experience, right? And obviously there is practice, right? There is sorry, practice like back testing and stuff like that. Me personally, I don't like back testing because I don't have that like good software of the like TradeZilla or the other stuff. I kind of just use the TradingView one, and it's all right. But it is what it is. Hopefully you guys learned, and hopefully you guys won. Love y'all, and God bless.